Hey everyone, and welcome back to Cube. We have an interesting pack one pick one. Tinker is a very powerful card, and one of the few cards that I would consider picking over power. Then, of course, we have actual power, and we also have Lutri, which is a really cool card because you always get to companion it in the Cube format. I think Emerald is most generically playable and doesn't lock us into a specific archetype, though pack one pick one Tinker is very good. I would be tempted to pick this. Like if you pick this over the Emerald, it's maybe defensible. None of these other cards stand out as that strong to me. We're drafting BO1 today instead of BO3, by the way. I notice most people are drafting BO1. So I decided I'd do a BO1 draft as well for a video instead of just BO3 every single time. So what do we want next? The fetch probably keeps us the most open. There's just a bunch of decent red-white cards in here. I wouldn't call any of these great red-white cards. Fury's pretty good. If we wanted to force the best deck with Mox Emerald as the end acceleration, we could totally do that. This pack is gonna give everybody signals that red white's open though. So we probably won't end up drafting that today. We end up with Nadu, which is a really cool deck if you do get to draft it. Like I've had people put together Nadu plus Lightning Brews against me, and I've lost games to that. It's crazy stuff. We could just take another fetch to stay open. I kind of want to grab Nadu. This isn't probably the most disciplined pack one pick three. I think the more disciplined thing to do is just grab another blue fetch and stay open. But I would actually love to put the Nadu deck together. Now that I know I have him, I just need to look for equipments or other cheap ways to trigger my Nadu. And we can go from there. Yeah, that's not the disciplined pick. I think the fetch land is much more disciplined, but let's have fun. Let's do Nadu. I haven't done Nadu yet in the cube. Alright, what would go well in our theoretical blue-green Nadu deck? Could do Image, though that works pretty horribly if you want to try to target something with an equipment. I don't think Beans is properly supported. Jewel is awesome if we picked up that Tinker. We would have had Tinker Jewel already. That's sick. These artifacts are kind of dorky. I think the best card for Nadu might actually just be a land. Bance is a very likely color that you want to be if you want to play that deck. Thalia is a good pickup. Thalia is pretty good too. Could definitely pick up Thalia, though that would be committing to Bant without the fixing. Kind of rough all around. I don't love any of these picks. I think I am just gonna take the Verge. And hopefully we end up with a pretty sick Bant Nadu deck. Alright, we got the Safekeeper. Wait, this is huge. It's the constructed card that combos with Nadu. Maybe we can wheel this if we want to be greedy and we take birds here. You don't absolutely need this to trigger your Nadu. We don't have a constructed deck, so sacrificing your own lands just to hit the Nadu is not the wisest idea. I'm going to hope this wheels. I'm going to cross my fingers. I'm going to take the Birds of Paradise. Really crossing my fingers that that one wheels, but it's not truly necessary. Green Suns, that's fantastic. Alright, we might actually be able to force a Nadu deck here. Would have loved to pick up this Sanctum, but whatever. Oh, Bristly Bill, holy moly. Oh, and Lava Spur Boots? What's better? Bristly Bill, I think, is a better card overall. Like when you don't have Nadu in play. So I'm going to pick it. Lava Spur Boots are pretty good, though. But I will take Bill, especially since we already have a fetch land. Oh, and the Cub? Holy moly. They were just being passed a Nadu deck. It's insane. I will take Lutri. Wow, how did Lutri wheel? I would consider pick wanting this card. That's crazy. We get to free roll this as a companion because we're going to have blue in our deck. That's wild. How does Lutri come around? Did people drafting the cube not realize? Alright, we got the Hedge Maze to wheel. It's pretty sweet. That's fetchable. Bayou is also good, but we are not guaranteed to play black. We're going to play either black or white as our third color if we do have one. We might also end up just being straight Simic. Alright, since it's BO1, we're going to take Ewit. If it was BO3, I would definitely take the Canker Bloom. Wheeling around. I guess we could take this Thalia, maybe play it. Like a pile of white cards over here, I guess. Wow, yep, we wheeled the Safekeeper. Awesome. This is such a low priority pick that I'm not like surprised at all at wheeled. Yavimaya is also like pretty useful for us to have. Pack 2, what are we looking at? We're looking at an off-color fetch. We're looking at some white cards, because white might be a splash color. Ancient Tomb is really good. Like, I mean really, really good. I don't think we put it in our deck. We have a lot of intensive mana requirements. We don't have anything with 2 colorless in it yet. Is that crazy that I want Surak before I want Tomb? Surak is really sweet. It makes our creatures kind of removal proof, sort of doubles up on the Nadu idea that we get value whenever our creature gets targeted. Of course, it's only our opponent's stuff that gives us the value here, but I think I want it. Kind of help protect our combo. Tomb is really good though. Because the thing is, this deck probably wants to play bigger, fatter green creatures. I think I'm still gonna take the Surak over the Tomb. This is close. Can I wheel the Surak? We wheeled Safekeeper. I feel like there's a non-zero chance we could wheel the Surak, but I am gonna take him. Oh wow, Natural Order. Okay, yeah. That's an awesome second combo to shove in your Nadu deck. Wasteland is also like really, really good. Don't get it twisted. As is the Delta. Dang, so many good cards. But Natural Order and one payoff like this Atraxa that we're unfortunately going to pass would be really, really sweet for the deck. I'm going to pick it up anyway because just being an Nadu deck isn't enough. I want to be a green mid-range deck that has access to Natural Order. Pick 2, Ice Till is really good. We get the perfect land. I think we're so high on playables that I just want to take the land. Even though Ice Till is really, really sweet. If we picked Wasteland as our pack 2 pick 1, then I would definitely take the Ice Till with the option for Wasteland when we pick Natural Order. But we ended up passing on that, so I'm going to pass the Ice Till around. We're going to take the Verge, and I think I'm going to throw these white cards in the sideboard just because green seems to be so open that we're going to just be like pretty much mono green splashing blue off the fetch lands that we pick up. Great, what's our next best green card? Sylvan Caryatid goes very well with Natural Order. Esca's Chariot is a pretty good mid-range card. I think I would hope to wheel this one. I could consider taking one of these blue card selection kind of cards, but we are very heavy green, and after pick up Natural Order, I definitely want the extra mana dork. Right, we can take Shadow Spear as an equipment to repeatedly hit our Nadu. It's like okay. We can take the Ooze. We do Shadow Spear. It's just okay, Shadow Spear. Ooze is probably better. I mean, this is pretty good to have like the one random equipment in your deck that gives trample lifelink, especially with Boros being the best deck in the format. It's nice to have a way to race them. I'm gonna go ahead and take it since we've literally like no other equipment or ways to target Nadu. It's just our landfall triggers, which are very good, and I'm glad I got both of these. Don't get it twisted. Dig through time, goaded. I think this is gonna be part of the blue splash. All right, then we get the Elder Timmy over here. We can also get Survival. Survival might actually just be better. We need a payoff for Natural Order, by the way. I think we can grab Survival to help us tutor up the Nadu to our hand. I'm tempted to get our Elder Gargoth, though. Hopefully we can wheel him. Endurance is okay. Sleight of Hand is also okay. I think we'll take the Endurance. Technically part of the constructed Nadu deck for when you almost deck yourself, but I don't think we're going to get there. The Sleight of Hand would be okay for card selection. Like, if we were more heavy blue, I would definitely take the Sleight of Hand. And then here, nothing for us, right? Yeah, absolutely nothing. I don't think we're going to splash any of these cards. I'll go with the Soul Guide Lantern. It would be nice. It would be a nice sideboard pick if we're in BO3, but we're not. It's BO1 today. Okay, we wheeled some green cards. Again, in BO3, I'd take the Rex Sage, but in BO1, I think I just want the creature that attacks and blocks here. Notably, the map token is a one-time Nadu trigger. Alright, little synergies, little thing that matters. Looks like Boros is quite open. We're getting past so many. Showdown of the Scald's Wheels and now Mother of Runes Wheels. Yeah, the best deck is quite open if we did want to draft it this time, but I think this Nadu deck is going to be so much more fun. It would be incredibly boring if I just released like 5 videos of me forcing red-white. Like, we get it, it's the best deck. Okay, the Skoo's wheeled for us. God is good. And then, yeah, this would be, again, be awesome if we could sideboard. And then Explore is probably just not good enough. All right, what we want. Titania is great. It is a payoff for our Natural Order. I would like a bigger, fatter, stupider payoff, but I will take Titania. Once Upon a Time is also quite good. I would like another fetch land or two to go with my Titania. So any blue or green fetch is going to be an automatic pick. We have so many playables in the deck that we are going to be very happy to draft lands given the opportunity. All right, what we got here? We have green-white lands, not quite blue-green lands. Do I just take Multiversal Passage? I believe so. You can argue for Tracker, but I think I have so many playables, right? I'm at 23. Obviously, you including the land, so it's about 18, not including the land in the box. But we're not going to have any issue hitting 20-something. We could definitely main deck some of these cards, like Pick Your Poison. I probably do want to main deck, like, at least one of these quote-unquote sideboard cards that we picked up. So I'm just going to take the fixing. Just going to keep it simple. We got Spring Heart and Antuco as well, another constructed Nadu card, which is really funny. Uh, with limited Nadu, it won't do very much. It's only really good for going infinite with fetch lands, I believe. Though I didn't put modern at the height of Nadu Winter. You can also say Tidebinder, but again, it's kind of our splash color. I don't want to have a reactive card in our splash color. No blue fetches being passed, but it's pack 3. People are going to be desperate to grab their fixing. Let's go ahead and grab the Courser here. There's no payoffs, right? I really need another green payoff other than Titania. With only Titania, I might even take Natural Order out of the deck. So you could use Natural Order as just like a tutor to grab Nadu when there's Sidecat Club Bill in play, or the other way around. I have like a Nadu and like a Bird's Paradise in play, and then I just grab my Bill and I start going off. All right, what we got here? We have an Otawara that we can kind of play. Kind of free. We can play Keen-Eyed. We already have Ooze, right? So we don't need this. I might just take the freebie because I can play this on one basic island and it should be plenty of blue for like Lutri and Dig. We could even just not play Dig at this time, which is crazy. We'll grab the Oda though. Shifting Woodland, Elvish Reclaimer, Raphaelis, Brainstorm. Reclaimer doesn't do anything. Brainstorm's pretty cool, but I don't think we have quite enough shuffle effects for it. But we'll just take the Woodland. I've drafted Fair Shifting Woodland a couple times now. It's always really sweet when it comes together. I think we just want our Looter here. Channel is cool, but we don't have nearly enough good payoffs for it, so we'll take the Looter Scooter. Right, we get one more piece of fixing. I didn't get another fetch land to go like crazy with Bristly Bill, unfortunately, but look, can't argue with more fixing in your Nadu deck. Right, ooh, Once Upon a Time Wield. That's really good. Right, anything good in this pack? Green, white, green, white, green, white, black. No. I'll hate draft some random red, white player. Oh man, it's so open. Guys, we could add the sauciest Boros deck. It's just so open. Like, these are the most ridiculous cards to be passed very late. Like, we've gotten Mother Runes, now Philia, all in like the last 5 picks. Ugh. Yeah, look at that. Just all these are playable in the Boros deck. The last 4 picks here. All right. I guess I'll take the hearse. I'm not gonna play it because it's BO1, but technically it could be casted in my deck. Pillage is really cool. If I did splash black, I would totally play it. Reclaimer, I actually don't think I play this. I don't have lands to search up. Like these lands aren't useful to search with Reclaimer. I think it's better off in the sideboard. We ended up with a really good deck. The only thing we're missing is like a fatty payoff for Natural Order, but I really want to try playing Natural Order as just a way to assemble my Nadu combo. We do end up with one more slot for a playable. We can just main deck this Pick Your Poison here. It's going to have targets against most decks in the format. We're very removal light, being Cynic. Really, we're like mono green splash blue. We should play very few islands. If many, we could probably get away with one island even. I think we're supposed to do only one island. How many blue sources is this? It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Plus mana fixing off of like dorks, right? We got a Birds of Paradise. We got We got carry added. Yeah. This is gonna be good enough. Okay. We can copy natural order with Lutri if the game gets late. That would be like really freaky. Oh, actually, I think we can cut a mana source because we have the Mox, right? Yeah. We have Mox Emeralds, so we can place and all the mana dorks. So we could probably just play Explorer as a land filler. We actually ended up slightly short on playables because we restricted ourselves to more or less mono green. Would I rather just play a Soul Guide Lantern or a Hearse over playing the Explorer? No. So Explorer's really, really mid in this deck, though. It's about as mid as it gets. It's pretty much just like cycling for 2. I'm not the biggest fan of her, but I think this is fine. I think trying to add more colors is obviously going to ruin the deck. I think this would be maybe a little narrow. This is also cycling for 2, but maybe it hits the graveyard. This is cycling for 2, but maybe it ramps us. I think I'm a bit more interested in ramping while we're in green. And yeah, I think we're going to send it like this. Let's play some games. All right, we're going to be on the play for game 1. We have what I would call a very slow hand. I think I'm going to keep it anyway. This dig is not going to be castable for a while. I think we could just go ahead and explore and start drawing through our deck. On the play, I think we get a little bit of leeway with how fast we have to be. We'll play this Nantuko nice and early and hopefully get a bunch of insects. We can also Nantuko up the Ewit. Like, there's a lot of interesting things that you could try to do with Springheart Nantuko. We could be returning a card every turn. If this deck had more fetch lands, that could be very interesting. I think I'm just going to play this and go wide with it. Am I wasting the card? Yeah, let's just explore here, actually. Just speaking a bunch of 1/1s isn't really going to do anything, to be honest. Play my Shadow Spear out. I might just flash in an Endurance on my opponent's end step if nothing ever happens. Because let's be honest, nothing does ever happen. Flash in this Endurance, and then I'll try to, like, put the Nantuko on it, and then maybe we can make some Endurance copies, which would actually, like, beat up my opponent pretty quick. Alright, I play my Modern Horizons Mythic. What about you, opponent? Alright, you can have the land back in your deck. Alright. Turn. I'm going to try to bestow my Nantuko here. It's probably going to get hit by a removal spell. It's fine, because Nantuko will still hit the battlefield as a 1/1, even if it does. Okay, that's pretty sweet. Let's equip here. I could play my birds. I don't feel the need to. I think I'd rather just equip my Shadow Spear. I don't think I have a use for the extra bit of mana. It wouldn't get me to dig mana next turn. Alright, looks like something's gonna happen. My opponent does have something. I think the correct time to interact with this, by the way, is when Nantuko was targeting Endurance on the stack, I believe. Because I could have just had a land drop and immediately made a copy, or made a 1/1. Can't pay for the copy. I could have before equipping. We do get Edicted. That's fine. So we get our little Nantuko, which is okay. We could use Ewit to pick up Endurance again, or even pick up Explore if we just want to cycle it. But Birds of Paradise. Looking okay. Alright, Nantuko gets taken out. Ooh, Ooze is pretty cool. I think I'll wait a turn, though. I think I'm going to Ewit, buy back the Endurance, like I said. But Birds of Paradise. And we'll just use our creatures as beaters. Next turn, we can spend 5 mana on creatures, and on the following turn, we could probably dig. Alright, looks like we're just chilling. In combat, I'm not going to equip here. I'd run out of mana. Go ahead and play my Scoos. And then next turn, we could dig. Technically, we're like 1 mana short. One more thing needs to hit the graveyard for us to be able to dig. Sure, so I'm gonna lose my scoos here. Since I have one extra mana, I can eat one random card from their graveyard. No big deal. And we'll flash out our Endurance to block the Solitude here. If we keep trading on resources, it's fine. I'm totally fine trading, because like we're going to work towards this dig through time. I don't know if we're going to end up with a quad blue mana to copy the dig through time, unfortunately. Let's see, I think here I am actually just interested in trading these guys, especially with an escaped dig looming. I don't want to shuffle a removal spell back into their deck, so no target players will do the thing here. And then we just get a clean trade here, unless my opponent objects and they want their lifelink damage to go through. You're gonna ephemerate, alright, you got it. That's unfortunate. So we know that there's going to be another exile removal spell coming through. Ooh, natural order, okay. Very calm down. We can get Titania. Titania is the only crazy card in our deck. We can get Surak if we want. I think we just save this, right? Do I really not have enough natural order? It looks like I don't. Or excuse me, not natural order. Dig was the card I was thinking of. Looks like we don't. So I think what I let my opponent do is I let them ephemerate the Solitude. They could hit one of my two things. I don't particularly care which. And then we natural order away the other one. Because if I natural order now, they're just going to hit whatever I natural order for. And I attack with this. If they block, they lose their Solitude. Right now they can ephemerate their Solitude. Probably they'll hit the Ewit carrying the equipment here. They might also hit my birds. Like it would be a fair choice if they hit the birds. They do, so we lose double blue, which is unfortunate. The land in the bin? We do not for Titania. Natural Order Titania is probably what we're going to do here. Or Natural Order Nadu. The thing is, Nadu doesn't do anything too crazy. We have the Shadow Spear to trigger him like once. Oh, we just drew Titania. Okay. Do I just cast it? The thing is, if I Natural Order for Nadu, I don't even get to trigger it this turn. I'm going to start by just attacking here, since I'm Natural Ordering this creature away anyway. If they block, they lose their big scaling creature, which I don't think they want to lose this scaling lifelinker. Yeah, so I'm gonna get the Nadu out of my deck, I think. And then next turn, I can equip the Nadu a few times, and we can try to go nuts. Yep, this turn we cannot do it. But next turn, we're at 30 life, right? So we have time to dirtle. Hey, 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 no! You weren't supposed to do that. Okay, fine. We can copy it with Shifting Woodland. That's the copium that I'll tell myself for the day. Nah, man. Of course, we all knew that was a possibility, that I could just walk into a removal spell, but sometimes you gotta believe. Alright, we can grab anything out of our deck. That's pretty good. Bristly Bill. It would have been awesome with Nadu. What do we want to grab? I'm looking at my deck list right now. Just grab like a Courser. Or a Surak. We grab a Courser if we want to try to draw cards. Is that really the best thing? It might be. Grab Courser out of my deck. Grab the Courser. There's a Safekeeper on top of my library. Okay. Sure. Because we can draw a bunch of lands with this. For the Bristly Bill. Also getting through our deck and trying to find some action. I don't think I had better options because, oh god, we're dead. Because I already have drawn a lot of like my good payoffs, my Nadu, my Titania. This card and cards similar to it need the Nadu. They do get a mid card off the top of my library, but I don't know if we beat like just a resolve 7/7, to be honest. Oh, holy crap, it's life. Dude, we got lifed. Alright, I'll take the hit. We have a Surveil land to fix the top of our library, if it matters. Green Suns. Green Suns is good. That is pretty good. This is the first time in my life, I think, that I've had a Green Sun shuffling itself back in Matter and Cube. That's really cool. It is cool, but like I'm dying. Help me, I'm dying. What would I even get with the Green Suns? A Scythe Cat Cub to hopefully scale my way out of this problem? That's probably what I would get. This thing, it's gonna give me poison counters. If they flip it, I just like die, right? Like, I do just die. I want to keep the Green Suns on top, I think. I think that's my best way to play to my outs. Although this is really not looking good, family. I think we kind of just lose this game. Murderous Cut has gone through. At least they didn't flip the Atali. That's what I'm honestly concerned about. Unfortunately, we no longer get cards off the top of our library. We're kind of dying here. I honestly think we're kind of dead if we're not going to get a land off the top here, right? What can I Green Suns for that would possibly save the day? Like nothing, I think. Yeah, I think we are... I mean, I could cast Dig. Sure, let's like Dig. If I Dig... I don't even have enough mana for Titania after. If I found a fetch land here, like I found Mox Emerald plus fetch, I think I would have been able to maybe stabilize with Titania. Because I would have made a lot of 5/3s to block these, but it didn't happen. Alright, game 2. We're going to be on the draw. We do have the star of the show in our hand. This is a pretty mediocre hand. I'd love to have a 1 or a 2 drop instead. But we will go ahead and keep this rather than mulliganing a mediocre 7 into an unkeepable 6. Okay, our opponent's just going to be playing an artifact and passing. I did draw a Surveil, or a fetch to grab my Surveil, which is something to do on my turn 1 here. Also my 1 fetch for Titania if I do draw the natural order or draw Titania herself, which is awesome. Alright, opponent's going to be warping a Pinnacle Emissary. Will anything much come of this? Yeah, they're going to get a 1/1. Alright. Go ahead and take my Surveil here. Green Sun. So we can Green Suns for 1 here, grab like the Birds of Paradise out of our deck. Could even grab the Safekeeper for Nadu, but I think it's a little too spicy. We could in fact grab nothing, and then we could wait to grab like Bristly Bill or whatever for Nadu. Yeah, maybe that's the play. Maybe I just play, because like I'm not under a crazy amount of pressure here from my opponent. The most pressure they could put on me is through counter spells, which would hit my Nadu next turn regardless, right? So we could do Nadu, and then we can go ahead and Green Suns up our 2-drop to combo with Nadu. I just want to live the dream and do Nadu combo and cube. I don't care if I lose most of my games, guys. I just wanted to go off once. Alright, opponent's playing a pile of artifacts. Birds of Paradise, which is what I was thinking of Green Sunsing for. I present a Nadu. Maybe I could have Green Suns for the Scythe Cat first, and then presented Nadu next turn, because Nadu's a bit more valuable to me. My opponent was tapped out there. It's a good time to resolve it around counter magic, and plus, if they do Flame Slash this or something, I do just draw a card, which is great, because then I can like just untap and start doing the mid-range thing. Alright, there goes my fetch land. I actually really wanted that in my graveyard. But whatever. We will live without it. Alright, my opponent will not be attacking here wisely. I will go ahead and grab my Scythe Cat Club here. I'm going to target my Nadu. Oh yeah, we're going to draw cards. This is sweet. And then I'm going to play my birds. And then next turn we can keep doing Nadu things. Alright, what we want to do? We could survival and grab Bristly Bill. We could totally do that, actually. Just like discard this endurance that we don't need. And then play him immediately and then play land. Yeah, let's do it. Let's go crazy, guys. Let's double up, triple up all these triggers. Oh, they have a Aether Spell Bomb. I'm gonna bounce my Nadu. I got a trigger though, so like I really don't mind that much. Alright, neat. You put a counter on yourself. Hitting another land. Hitting another... Guys, Nadu is such a stupid card. I peaked my mic. I yelled too loud. I'm sorry. Nadu is such a stupid card. It's a stupid card. It's so dumb. It's so dumb, guys. What a dumb card. Respectfully. I haven't even made my land drop yet, by the way. That's crazy. So I could still survival for Bristly Bill. Where's my boy? My boy Bristly Bill. And then make my land drop. And then you could target Bristly Bill here. Yeah, just scoop it up. Like, what? That Nadu is such a dumb card. What a design mistake. Holy moly. Alright, game 3. This is Titania plus a fetch land. That's pretty good. We get to surveil on turn 1 and hopefully work towards something cool. I mean, even if we don't draw anything else, like Copter into Surak is an okay curve. Uh-oh, we're against the big bad of the format. Yippee! Turn 1 Ocelot Pride into Mountain. Yep. Into 2-tap. Yep. Alright. Good old Boros, which was so open in this drop. I could have had the best Boros deck ever. My opponent's just going to throw away lands to make their Pride a little bigger. Understandable. Thankfully, it's -1 card in hand for them, so there's always a good side to everything. Alright, we don't need more lands. I would like a 2-drop that can actually block. Ooh, or I could just play Surak. Yeah, that works quite well. Alright, sweet. Mox Emerald. On-color Mox for my Nadu deck, too. This is such a crazy draft. Oh, it's a good day, brother. No way. They have it all. They have the constructed deck. It's so over. They then copy their cat. At least they don't get City's Blessing this turn, but holy moly. It's a good day, brother. Alright, I guess I just play like my Looter Scooter, and then next turn I can play Titania. I can Natural Order this turn, but I don't have a fat Natural Order payoff in this deck. It's just a tutor for Nadu. And we don't have anything that combos with Nadu in play, so we're just gonna play the Copter. Play my Looter Scooter. Maybe block with it just to loot. And like loot away this basic. There's no shot I let them flip with Johnny, right? Yeah, no shot. Not with a red permanent in play. This is crazy how much we're getting, like, beaten upside the head, though. I might just, like, throw in my Looter Scooter here. Just to save 4 life. Oh, it has Trample? What the heck? I'm only saving 3 life. Is this worth doing? Next turn I'm gonna play Titania. Buy a fetch. I'll do this, why not? Okay. Rid of this extra land. This is just to soak up 3 damage and get me 1 card deeper into the deck. Yep. Good old Modern Horizons cards. Alright. We can do Titania. I could... This guy just Souls in the Graveyard even. That's the crazy part. That's the crazy part. Holy moly, they actually drafted Modern Horizons. Let's just play the Titania, I guess. This is rough, because I can't even attack them back on the ground. I would need like a very busted Nadu turn to come through very soon. Go ahead and grab my fetch. And then we can fetch here. Not that I needed to fetch right away, but here's my army. You, the opponent, can just attack with your Ocelot Pride again. I can't really block it. I draw a card. Okay, winnable. Ooh, lifelink. Okay, it's winnable. They didn't attack with the Pride. Why? Why not? Why not? Why not? Why not? Alright, we Shadow Spears so I can grab Nadu out of the deck. If I grab Nadu out of the deck, do I get to a trigger? I do get one trigger. It's probably worth doing then, right? Or I could just equip it to the 5/3 attack, then they get a free Ajani flip. Yeah. So let's grab our Nadu. I'm gonna keep Surak, even though it's one less power, just because it's got a lot of upside. I'll grab my Nadu. You have the ability to copy anything in my graveyard, which is lit, by the way. Okay, Sentinel, yeah, yeah. Alright, your turn, opponent. Alright, I'm going to declare this a winnable game. I don't know if this is a one game, but I think it's winnable. My opponent needs to not attack with everything. If they do, they can flip their Ajani and I think they kill me. But if they just attack with this one little dork, I will take it. I will not be blocking your one little dork. Okay. Okay. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Winnable, 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 winnable. This is insane, by the way. I get Sidecat Cub. Counter on the Nadu. It's got flying, which is a big help right now. Give me Sentinel of the Nameless City. I will happily take this map token here. Once again, targeting my Nadu. Actually, I can target whatever it does. I'll target the Cub. Okay, we hit a very good card and a Green Suns. Okay. That is crazy. So we can Green Suns for Bristly Bill, then dig through time. Oh, I actually do not have double blue for dig. At the end of the world. We can also shuffle the equipment around next turn to get more hits on Nadu. Okay, we go to 11 life here. I wonder what they're going to do. If they target my stuff with Philia, I do get to do the Nadu thing, which is hilarious. I think my opponent's just misplayed here. They did have the opportunity to kill me a few turns ago, but we're past that point. I'll happily take the free wins against people who draft Boros without knowing how to play it. Alright, I will be taking 3 damage. Alright, so I can Green Suns for Bristly Bill here. Green Suns for Bill. I am then going to equip onto my Sidecat Cub. It's Springheart Nantuko. That's actually crazy strong. Okay. That is crazy. Equip onto my Nadu. Okay, they're gonna give up. Alright, I'll take it. I'll take it. I think they could have killed me, but I'll take it. Alright, another day, another Nadu hand. We even have a Once Upon a Time to help set it up. This is awesome. Oxjet, yep. Alright, and a Bank Buster, sure. So this is probably red aggro. Let's go ahead and, yep, I fired this off on the off chance I got a Birds of Paradise for that immediate turn 1 mana ramp. It's awesome, so we can play Surak on turn 2 and then Nadu following it up. We don't want to just expose our Nadu. I'd rather put the Surak. Your opponent's going to instantly draw a card instead of crewing, so maybe they're not aggro. I was very afraid of yet another game of red-white aggro on the other side of the table. Alright, we're Gruul Gaming instead. Gruul Gaming. You got it. I will play my Verge, play my Surak. Uh-oh, Minskaboo. It's bad. Yep, another thrilling adventure. At least they can't attack here, because then Minskaboo would just die to Surak. Oh, but it's not great. Not great to see. Ooh, and an Antuco coming through. Okay. Yeah, I'm not thrilled with the current state of affairs, to be honest. I could trade my Surak for the hamster. I think that's probably correct. It would also maybe end up trading for the Bankbuster instead. Yeah, you know what? Maybe I'm just supposed to keep him back. I'm going to play my Safekeeper first, and then play Nadu. So my Nadu is now like very insulated against removal. Like I can give it Shroud and I would draw a card anyway. We just need to draw something to go with it, which is a lot easier said than done, unfortunately. Maybe there's an argument to, instead of Safekeeper, Surveil, to give myself 2 looks at finding a combo card for my Nadu. Large and in charge, as they say. I can at least challenge this Minskaboo with my Nadu, because it's a flyer. This isn't great. I can also use Safekeeper to draw a few cards if I feel like I'm in desperation mode, which I might be. I think next turn I might just like sack all my lands and try to win. Because if I draw the right cards, I will go crazy deep into my deck.
We have muscle.
That's right, Minsk, you have muscle. Alright, what are we doing over here, opponent? What's cool is they can't, like, -2 the boo onto one of my creatures. They could send it face, of course, and draw 7, but it's a later problem, you know? That's a problem for later me. It won't be enough to kill me. That's the important part. Alright, they're gonna be Nantukoing all over the place. Understandably. Kavu? Okay, so that's gonna be a... Oh, okay, buddy. They drew broadside. Okay, buddy. It's not that bad, though, because I can use Safekeeper to protect my stuff if they attack with broadside, so they, like, really don't have good broadside attacks, but they, as the rule deck, are pretty incentivized to just turn all their shit sideways together and see where it goes. Alright, let's see it. Alright, they may only be turning one of their shit sideways. Alright, you got it. I will take 7 here. This isn't great, though, because they can throw the hamster for 7 coming up. So we might... Oh my god, dig through time. If I fetch my basic island, I really don't have enough mana to dig and find a payoff. My graveyard's pretty light right now. So I might want to just start safekeeping, because I feel like I'm pretty dead if I don't do this. So I'm gonna target my birds here. Give it Shroud. Sacrifice a land. The Nadu thing happens. So I draw a card here. Oh, I drew Bristly Bill. Okay, that was one of the cards I was hoping to draw. That's actually huge. I play Bristly Bill. So I can now immediately fetch and then kill Minskaboo. That's awesome. Let's go 1 deeper on the land sacrificing. Oh, you have Shroud, right? So you can't be targeted. So actually, maybe not that deep. Maybe we're too deep. Okay. Counter on Oko. Or counter on Nadu. Whatever the hell he's called. Sorry, wrong busted Simic card. My bad, guys. My bad. My bad, family. Wrong busted card. I actually called him Oko. Holy moly. Okay. Get me an untapped mana source, please. Okay. Cub, 1 on the Nadu. Actually, 1 on yourself. What are you saying? I want to get Surak scaling too. Just need to have enough to kill Minskaboo. We get 2 triggers here. We hit Caryatid, we hit Endurance, sure. Are we done getting triggers for the turn? No, if we wanted to sack a land. I do want to sack a land. I do want to. We can go to combat first, though, because I'm definitely going to attack with this Nadu here. It's just the question of, do I want to, like, sacrifice another land permanently to maybe have a chance to go off one more time? I think so. Okay, Nadu, you already had your triggers. Surak, you had one trigger, so we'll give you the second trigger here. We're going to sack one land. Okay, survival. We're done then. I don't want to go any deeper. Alright, this is very close, though. This is very close. Because my opponent does have a lot of trample, and they have Bamba. Hopefully I'm not just dead anyway. I don't think I am, but maybe I am. I can always, like, pump the power and toughness of these guys if I feel like I'm dead. Because I could safe keep my last two lands away and then hope to hit lands out of my deck. I could also endurance pitching like survival to shuffle this stuff into my deck because these are good Nadu hits. I don't think we're at that point yet. We're playing constructed Nadu here when we're thinking about endurancing ourselves. Whoa, 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 whoa. Calm down with the hoof. Calm down. They're 1 mana off of hoof. They're 1 mana off of hoof. Oh my god. They need 8, they have 7. Holy moly. They could do Nissa for the full price. Full Monty Nissa could come through. And then they could immediately ult it, which would only be +1/+1, which is probably not enough to win the game. They do need to do the math, though. Holy moly. Alright, they are just going to attacks. No attacks. Holy moly. I think we win when we untap. Like, I think it's straight up a win. I think we win the video game. I think we are going to get enough counters on the Nadu to just win. I would like to draw my Shadow Spear too, so I can get a lot of life link. That would make me feel good. It would help me feel comfy. Okay. Mox Emerald, that's +1 mana. That's quite useful. Do this. We're going to want to target the Nadu with our second Scythe Cat Cup. They just give up. Okay. Oh, holy moly. That was going to be a decision-loaded turn. That was going to be like playing Constructed Nadu. Like, holy crap. I'm surprised how well this deck is working out. Alright, we're going to be on the draw here. We have Mana Acceleration. I see Mana Acceleration I keep, right? It's just that simple sometimes. Just this Cub on turn 1 is going to be an absolute beating for our opponent, because we can play a normal land, equip the Shadow Spear, and then the turn after play a fetch land, double all the counters on it. Uh-oh, Frog. Frog Gaming, Frog Gaming. Alright, my opponent has said it's war. Playing Psychic Frog Gaming over here. I'm gonna wait a turn to play my fetch, so that I can double up my counters. So right now, if I double my counters this turn, it's only +1. If I double it on a future turn, it's, you know, double whatever it has. I attack here, because then they'll just discard 2 cards. I will absolutely, like, race this frog. I'll let the frog hit me. I don't care. I say I don't care, but then they use a removal spell on my side cat cub, and then I, like, will complain on camera for, like, 5 minutes straight. Do I want to block with the Caryatid? Yeah, actually I do. Let's do it. Discard 2 cards, please. Okay, good. It's not a reanimation target. If I just let them discard their Gristlebrand they were going to discard anyway, I'll be pretty sad about it. But, like, land plus JVP, that is actually a really fine trade. I'm very happy to trade my Mana Dork for that. Unearth JVP, I sincerely do not care, opponent. Like, respectfully, I do not care. I can also bounce this Psychic Frog soon with Oda, which is neat. Let's go ahead and double up our counters. So we'll go to 4 counters here. What you got, opponent? I feel like I got something. They're in priority. They better not have a dismember. I would be very upset. I would be legitimately upset about that one. I can grab an island to get Otawara, just in case something funny happens. In fact, I might just, like, Otawara their frog here, like, in combat on their turn. That would be pretty good. That would be a pretty sick tempo play, actually. Looting with the GVP, you got it. Just gonna bounce that back to your hand. Just have fun getting time walked. Boy, sure, but that's not nearly enough to compete against the kitten, unfortunately. Few men are strong enough to face up against the kitty cat. Alright, that's 8 lifelink. Trample, please. Thank you. And I got my Lutri. Lutri, despite me, like, singing its praises, has, like, not yet been relevant for me. So I probably drafted the least instants and sorceries focused blue deck that I've ever seen. We're only very lightly splashing blue. There's not too much for this thing to copy in the deck. I mean, I'm going to copy up a Green Suns eventually, probably, and it's going to be really sick, and I'm going to be, like, cheering and clapping when it happens. Alright, just don't hit Fatal Push here, dude. Just don't try your Fatal Push. Endurance? Sure. Alright, me when I shuffle the fetch land back into my library. Cool. Alright, Courser, yeah. Ooh, hello, Natural Order. Yo, I can copy Natural Order. That's sick. I might just flash Lutri as a blocker here. We'll see. See how I'm feeling. Yep, my opponent's just gonna block, block, block. You got it. Yeah, I gotta block the Shinobi here. So do I want to block with the Courser or block with the Lutri is the question. But they're also gonna flip their thing. Not that it matters. I guess I'll block with the Lutri. One Natural Order's plenty. Surely one Natural Order is enough to win the video game. Oh, but I want I want 2 Natural Orders so bad. But they would steal my Natural Order anyway if I don't block it. So I guess I'm blocking with Lutri. I'm gonna sack the Courser to the Natural Order. I'm gonna grab my Nadu. Oh, they're gonna dismember and rebuy it? Sure thing, family. That's not good, actually. That's pretty bad. Alright, I guess I do have to block with this Lutri, the Spell Chaser here. No? They're not gonna make me do it? Wait, I get to copy Natural Order? You're crazy, opponent. You're insane for letting me do that. Thank you, by the way. So I do have to just play this out first. Yes, I do have to play my Yavimaya first to gain my life. I don't know if I need full control here. I'm going to assume I do. I don't trust Arena. Okay, copy my Natural Order. So I get to get Nadu out of the deck, and then I'm also going to grab Bristly Bill. I think that's the most go-off combo. I could also... I don't have a fetch in my graveyard. If I did, I'd grab Titania. Yeah, I'll go ahead and grab Bristly Bill. Right now I could just chump block with the Lutri if they do decide to attack next turn. Alright, Phantasmal Image. Just copy my Nadu. It would be so funny. Yeah. Oh my god, they can't even Jace Plus. Well, they can Jace Plus their own thing, which would again be kind of funny. But they would get to do the Nadu thing. I'll let them realize that, though. Please, like, Jace Plus my Nadu. It would be so funny. Please, do it. Do it. Do it. Don't read the card. Don't read the card. Don't read the card. Come on. Plus your Jace. Aw, boring. Well, actually, they didn't plus their own thing. They could have targeted, like, their own Nadu. Or their own Frog and drawn a card off of Nadu. Holy crap. What a block of text here on this Nadu character. Let's go ahead and Hedge Maze here. I will Surveil first. Oh, actually, the Nadu is going to trigger first no matter what order I do. Okay, sweet. Alright, Looter Scooter, whatever. We'll put back the Birds of Paradise. I don't need that thing. I'm going to target Bristly Bill with the Shadow Spear. Survival, okay. I'm going to once again equip onto Bristly Bill, right? Because I want to put my counters on Nadu. Okay, we once again didn't hit. So we can use this to grab lands. Oh wait, I already played my land. This is my land for turn. Yes, it is. Okay. So I have one more target for Nadu. That's a little unfortunate. I think we fizzled here. We fizzled pretty hard. Okay. I mean, yeah, not the absolute end of the world, but we did fizzle there. Alright, we trample over their Phantasmal Nadu. And I think we just, like, take the hit from Shinobi, to be honest. My own cards aren't too threatening to me. I don't have removal spells in my deck or anything. Oh, it's pretty wild just to take the Shinobi hit, but I think it's fine. These cards in my graveyard are stuck there. I don't have Endurance to shuffle back in, so I'm not going to get this Scythe Cat Cub. Yeah, you take one of my things. I don't really care that much. What am I looking to draw here? Draw lands? Pretty much draw lands trigger this thing. Springheart and Antuco would be cool. Oh, let me do the full combo thing. Alright, yeah, I take the hit. I'm not blocking with Bristly Bill. That's my boy right there. Odawara? You can't channel it. Oh, you can't pick my poison! No, my poison, it's gonna get picked! Ah, classic. Classic, never lucky. My poison, it got picked. Okay. Absolutely never lucky. Oh, it's the one card in my deck that would have mattered. Okay. Smuggler's Copter can be lethal, though. To one target creature? Yeah. Okay, so this won't be a creature, so this is potentially lethal that we're looking at here. Can I, through some fuckery, get Bristly Bill to be big enough? If I dig and then double his counters and then put the Shadow Spear on him, do I have the mana for that? I do. Okay. Let's dig first. It does not matter what's in my graveyard. My Ewit and Endurance are both in the graveyard, so I have no way to flash things back. So I'm going to do this. We're going to dig. We're going to hopefully find a fetch land. We didn't. We found Titania. Titania's cool. Safekeeper's also pretty cool. I can use Safekeeper and Titania, right? Yeah, because Titania would bring the land back. Then I play my land for turn. Yeah. Alright, pay attention to this line. I think I have it right. Okay, Bristly Bill targets himself. I won't be able to do the cool thing where I double up the counters, though. If I equip you and double up the counters, yeah, it's not lethal, but I can Safekeeper. Safekeeper will target itself here. Just because I want Bristly Bill to keep putting counters on himself, I think. Or maybe I could have put them on Safekeeper. No, that doesn't really matter. But bring a land back. This is what we're doing. We're bringing the land. Land's back. Alright, and we can have Bristly build with the counter on himself, and then we can also play the Looter Scooter. I can just chump block with this Safekeeper. Next turn, we can have Bristly build double his counters. They can flashback. No, they can't flashback Dismember. They already did that. So I'm going to chump here. I'm going to chump and block the frog. I don't think they have a way to kill my Bristly Bill here. Hope not. What you got there? Don't say a smoothie. What you got? Okay, me when I discard... Oh, they probably have a way to reanimate that. Not the end of the world. They can blow up 2 of my lands. Who cares? Oh, and dig? Oh, okay, so they do kill my Bristly Bill. Sure, but they lost all the cards in the graveyard, and now Titania is going to murder them? That's fine. It's fine, and they also, like, don't realize that I can just, like, make a army. Which is kind of my backup plan. I was only going to do it if they forced me, but, like, maybe I'll show them. I'll give myself Shroud really quick. You know, I do get an army here. Okay, he knows. Maybe he was waiting for me to show him. But yeah, I could just sacrifice my whole board there. I would be giving my creatures Shroud one at a time, but I could just give the new elemental that I make right here Shroud over and over again to turn all my lands into creatures. This is a really, really neat combo, these two cards. I think it's like the first time I did it in Limited. Also, thinking back, did I have that like 3 games ago? Did I have these two in play together? I can't remember, or have the opportunity. I don't know, there's a lot of interactions in this deck, which is fun. This is one of the funnest cube decks to pilot I've made in a while. I'm definitely not making all the decisions 100% optimally. Alright, we're going to be on the play with some mana acceleration. That's always a good thing to see. Hopefully we draw our busted combo cards and then we win the game. Alright, opponent starting with a tap land, always fun to see. Alright, we didn't hit our extra land drop, but it's not the end of the world. We could work towards it with the map token. I also might just kill our opponent by turning this like vigilant guy sideways. Well, he doesn't quite turn sideways, does he? With a Shadow Spear equipped, because it seems like my opponent has quite the slow deck with Field of the Dead in it. Alright, we did hit a blue source. That's good. Play my Sentinel, play my equipment. And if they don't play something that can block this, I will absolutely start attacking with it with the equipment on. And we can eventually work towards just dig through time to win the game. Oh, Sowing Maiko? Ugh. Hopefully you don't have a Strip Mine in there, buddy. I'm having it on good faith that the rule 0... Okay, Gaia's Cradle. That's also really good. It's also a fantastic card for them to tutor up. Mumble? Portal. Okay. They are in, like, hardcast Portal territory pretty soon, actually. They maybe should have taken it, but, like, they're gonna have Skull Clamp because these guys, which is, like, equally disgusting. Hey, you should not have sacrificed that, by the way. You should have equipped a Skull Clamp to it, but who am I to backseat? Alright, let's go ahead and do this. What we got on top? We got a carry added. I don't think we need this anymore. Go ahead and attack for 5 vigilance, make another map token. This is Crack as a sorcery, right? Yeah, so we're just gonna do it again right now. Draw land, sure. Did they have hard cast the portal? Like, if they didn't sacrifice their dude, they would have 3, 4, 5, 6 mana. Plus 7, and then 8 from the sacrificed spawn. So yeah, if they had one more land drop, they would have had hard cast portal. I don't think my opponent realized. Okay, yeah. Okay. This doesn't have an ETB trigger, in case my opponent did think that. So they will not be getting extra lands on ETB. Okay, they're not paying for it, so I guess they know. They will have a lot of mana here and a lot of Skull Clamp potential. This is crazy, actually. I get to clamp it up right now. Yeah, have fun drawing your deck, dude. Yeah, they might have the better ramp deck here, unfortunately. Every color as well. How close are they to activating the boy? We got green, blue, red. They only need one more color. Wait, they have white. They can spin Golos. Guys, this is cooked. I ain't gonna sugarcoat it. We're so screwed. Oh, we're screwed. Okay. This is fine. I'm gonna attack with my Sentinel. He will make a map token and trade with some stuff. Like, if they want to block with the Myco and... Oh, wait, you're gonna let me kill Golos? Buddy, you can spin him. I hope you realize that. Kill Golos. They had the mana to spin Golos. They could have won the game. We'll take the wins where we get them. Let's go ahead and dig here. There's our boy and a Green Suns. Oh boy, we're gonna do it. Guys, we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. Okay. Calm down. Calm down. I'm gonna not. I need 6 mana to start my turn, right? So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. We have 6. We don't need to play this land. I'm gonna hold it so that we have a guaranteed land drop because I'm gonna Green Suns for the Scythe Cat. This deck is so cool. This is my favorite deck that I've drafted this season, actually. Alright, they can start making Myco spawn copies if they want power and toughness. Which it looks like they're gonna do. If they kill my Safekeeper, I think I'm gonna let it happen. Regrowth the Golos? Yep, that makes sense. Dude, Nadu versus Golos, who's more busted? Golos, wait, Golos performance is he banned in, guys? I'm trying to remember. Definitely got murdered in Standard. Did he also eat like a Pioneer in a Modern ban? I can't remember. No, he did not. I just looked it up on my other monitor. He had a Commander ban. That's what I'm thinking of. Yeah, banned card over here. Yeah, please, you can hit me, dude. I got 30 life. All right. And I'm ready to cook with this Nadu. Like, I don't know if my opponent realizes that they're about to go to the Shadow Realm here. I'm not guaranteed to go infinite or anything, of course, but like, I'm feeling pretty good. I'm feeling pretty good about my odds. Okay, they don't draw 2 cards. They just make it so that they draw 2 cards if you kill their thing. Okay, we could do Titania Safekeeper. The thing is that actually loses to Field of the Dead. I don't think a bunch of 5/3s will beat a bunch of 2/2s. I think we lose if we do that. It's close. We would get a really big board, but I think it's going to be smaller than theirs. So let's play Nadu. We can maybe do Titania next turn after we get a million lands. 2 for the Cub. Land drop. Target Nadu. Target Nadu. Target yourself. Okay. Bit Courser, that's a pretty cool one. I might want to just equip up one of these instead. It would also give me a Nadu trigger, so yeah, let's equip you up with lifelink. Gives me a trigger, yeah. You're gonna want to hit the birds. Pick your poison. Okay, each opponent sacrifices an artifact or enchantment. I'm actually, like, mega down for that. Let's do one more Nadu trigger, though. Okay. Don't need to draw that. Alright, please sacrifice an artifact or enchantment of your choice. Oh, wait, I can make him pick... Okay, artifact, yeah, so it's Skull Clamp or Golos would have to go here. Or I can make Nantuko go. I think both artifacts are more impact than Nantuko right now. Curious which one they choose to keep. They can't spin Golos, which is very scary. They choose to keep the Skull Clamp. Okay. I mean, Skull Clamp is, like, worth more cards than spinning Golos, even. It's just kind of crazy, because they have so many 1/1s, and every time they make a land drop, they get another 1/1. Wow, it's freaky. Okay. We can keep going. Now that it's their turn and we refreshed our activations here, we could Sylvan Safekeeper, target the Scythe Cat Cub, you know, start going off. Because we have so much mana, actually, I might want to do that. Actually, could have done it once or twice on my turn. I hadn't targeted my Safekeeper with stuff yet, but I thought I was in a pretty good place to pass. I think I just want to put as many counters on this Nadu as possible, to be honest. Like, if I could trigger it twice on my opponent's turn, double the counters, then trigger it twice on my turn, double the counters, I think we're winning. I think it's just enough power to kill them with a Shadow Spear. But we got a... Uh-oh, crop rotation alert. What you got? Oh, just another landfall. Whatever. That is, like, the least scary thing that they could have possibly done. Alright, Ewit? Yeah. Buy back Golos, yep. You buy back the portal. Oh! It's really bad. It's really horrible. But. Alright, we're gonna make this work. We're gonna make it work, okay? Everybody quiet. We need quiet. I need quiet. I need to think. Holy moly. I need to think real quick. Actually, hold on. Let me hold full control here. I think it might matter, because I might want to target things multiple times before they get Shroud or whatever. Yeah, okay, so Scythe Cat Cub targets the Nadu. Nadu does the thing. Wait, what? Multiverse... Oh, Multiverse of Passage is hitting play. I was wondering what this thing was. Tapped. Okay, hit ye. That's the second one on Nadu. Okay. Ooh, fetch land. That's what we want on top. Okay. So now we wanna... You still have the thing, so I want to sacrifice the land. I got a fetch land here. I put the counter on Nadu again, though I want to target you to target yourself so that I get another trigger or two. Okay. I'll put my counters on Nadu, though, so get a land. Do this. Okay, and then we got one more trigger here. This is a complicated turn, holy moly. I can shuffle stuff back in my deck, which is very neat. Okay, you're out of things. These guys are all out of sauce, except this one. I messed up by not doing the double shroud. Okay, so we ended up with 9 counters on him. That's pretty okay. Okay, and then I sacrificed 3 creatures. 1, 2, 3. I keep my Nadu. Now, I just need to buff my Nadu a tiny bit more. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to Endurance. I'm going to shuffle my graveyard back into my library. I think. Actually, no. I just need something like Bristly Bill. I need Bristly Bill specifically. He's still in my deck. Yeah, so I can, once upon a time, grab the Bristly Bill. And then maybe I shuffle in just to get a bunch of lands in my deck so that I can chain them. My opponent's going to draw 5 trillion cards here. Wait, this is the craziest cube match I've played in my life. This is going to be such a good video. I'm going to do the thing where I, like, share it on a million different platforms and I seem like a shell, but, like, legitimately, this is such cool gameplay. Hopefully they didn't find a removal spell for Nadu. That would make my turn very much a waste of my time. Oh, I can get out of full control, by the way. Me roping by accident. Alright. Where are we in my opponent's turn? I have no clue. We're gonna go to attackers. Sure. Wait, am I dead? No. Block your biggest thing. I'm not dead. Don't get it twisted. I'm not dead. And then on my opponent's end... No! All of that for them to just time walk. Guys, I had the win. Look, I was going to get Bristly Bill. He goes in my hand, and then I would shuffle my lands into my deck with the Endurance, and then I would kill my opponent. Or actually, I could just double my counters. No! No! Oh, without the time walk, we would have done it. We would have actually untapped and won. I didn't even need to shuffle in lands. I could just double counters at Bristly Bill. Oh, man. This is such a cool game, though. I'm not mad I lost. I had fun. I let my opponent do the honors, because this was a very fun game. Well, let me shift enter. Let them do their turn. This isn't a trick opponent, I promise. You can just swing and kill me. They can copy anything in their graveyard, too, if they want. They can, like, copy the Kolos and then spin it. Holy moly. Yeah, good game, dude. That's fun. Alright, gonna be on the play here. I should have given myself 10 minutes to mentally recover from that last game. Let's pass the turn here. This opening hand is medium, but, like, whatever. I got creatures. I'm gonna turn them sideways. I'm gonna play my Scoos. I'm gonna play just some creatures on curve here. And then we'll eventually get a Nadu into play. I don't think we need to rush it. Alright, my opponent Booster Tutored for removal here. Booster Tutor is probably my favorite card in the cube. It's sincerely one of the more powerful cards in the cube because it opens a fresh cube pack. Good chance you get actual power. Very good chance you get like an answer or whatever you were looking for in a particular situation. What do we want to do here? We could just like E-Wit the Scoos back. That is very boring. I think we could also just play like an Intugo, play land, and pass. I mean, like, are there not better uses for this Nantuko? Not really. No reason to just get this. Next turn we could think about green sunning for Nadu, but like we don't have a reason to yet. Barrowglyph, okay. That's bad. Let's go ahead and E-Wit back the Scoos, and then use that to tax the graveyards. E-Wit, grab the Scoos, take action. I'm gonna make this green, and then I'm going to let it enter tapped. Make a boy. I could just gang block this Barrowglyph at this point, but I'm just gonna use the Scoos to police the graveyards. I might be able to just keep everything permanently exiled, which is good. We have Yavimaya as well to help with that. It's funny, Yavimaya coming in very clutch right now. Okay, my opponent says it's time to go for a walk in the park. Understandable. Please do not put Ancestral Recall on top of your library. That would not be very nice. Okay, Deluge. Yep. So they can Deluge on one here, and then they get a nice attack with the Goyf. Now it's going to be very hard for me to tax their graveyard with the Scoos. Alright. Alright, oh, and they get a frog. No! Boo! Boo! Fun please! Boo! Boo him! He's playing frog! Boo! Boo him! Alright. It's a Mox. So I can now play the Scoos. And then hopefully eat enough things so that I can trade with this Barrowglyph. Five, six? That's a large lad, to be honest with you. I'm gonna block the frog because the frog will not be able to kill me back. And I'm just gonna shrink the Goyf, and we're gonna fingers crossed he doesn't hit something crazy, because we can take like enchantment creature out of the bin and land. They'll actually shrink it quite a bit. Oh, okay. Well, I still want to shrink your Goyf. So take a creature from there. We can take out land and enchantment as well pretty easily. Land is gone. Enchantment is gone. Maybe I could have done it a different way so that I left creatures in my graveyard so that I can grow the Skoos again next turn. At least my boy's only a 2 here, so it's not gonna be too killer. Alright, can I green sense for anything interesting? Not really. We have enough mana to green sense for Titania, but like what's the point of that? We can green sense for whatever we want, it's just that there's nothing good to go with it. I guess we should Lutri. Yeah, wait. Lutri, copy green suns. Holy moly. Guys, it's gonna happen. It's happening. Get your Ron Paul gifs ready. It's happening. We're gonna copy up green suns, and then ooh, maybe I should help that land. Put the Once Upon a Time in the bin. We're gonna copy green suns, and then we're gonna get like Nadu plus a card to trigger it. And it's gonna be epic. Oh, okay. I've been snuffed, ladies and gentlemen. Still only one land in the bin, so I'll take it. All right, no hit on the Barrowglyph, but they still drew a card with the Forg. But we've got enough mana to copy green suns on 3, which is what I was concerned about. Actually, I did have to play this land last turn, now that I think about it, because I do need 7 mana here. It's a lot, I know. But it is game winning. Okay. Green sun's on 3. I don't know if I need full control. I'm assuming I do. I don't trust wizards with anything. Hey, what you doing? No, don't counter me. No. Bad guys win. Frog player wins again. All right. Yeah, that was a really fun league. All things considered, even though we didn't get 7 wins, I think we only got 4. That's enough to break in on the prize. Enough to break it even, and honestly, I had fun. This was a really sweet deck. This is super fun to draft. Lutri popped off in a really cool way. It wasn't that crazy. We only got to really use him once, but glad to have a Lutri deck. Nadu absolutely popped off. I had never really played with Nadu before in my life. It is now potentially a thing you could do in Timeless, and Lightning Greaves are legal in the format, though it doesn't seem up to speed with the format. However, this deck is really cool. It was very decision intense. There were like cool decisions involving Safekeeper and Titania. There are so many cool decisions regarding Nadu. When I watch this back, when I edit it, I'm probably going to realize that there were 20 different ways that I could have played my games a little bit better. I think the draft itself could have went like a little bit better too, because we were a bit short on playables. Like we were playing Explore here. I don't want to be playing this card. We're playing the main deck Pick Your Poison, which screwed us over. That was so unfortunate. The Pick Your Poison screwed us over. So maybe I could have done slightly better. Like if I got another blue card draw spell, it would have been sick. It would have been beyond sick. Maybe Splashing Dig as my one blue card spell as like a double blue was a little sus. Maybe. Maybe I could have picked a second splash color, like I had the chance to be green-black. And I could have been a Sultai Nadu deck and played this card. I picked up more green cards earlier, or excuse me, more black cards earlier. But we did okay. This was pretty fun. It's definitely the most fun I've ever had drafting, and hopefully you found it really fun too.